Hey everybody, happy Sunday. What's going on? I'm going to give everybody a little time to get on because I didn't decide until last night that I was going to do this, so it was kind of a last minute thing. So while I'm waiting, I'm sorry for you guys to get on. I'll just be doing some other things here. Mm, Oops. Hold on. Now I gotta go back to it and fix that. Okay, let's fix this right quick. Fix that. Mm, mm, Now I gotta find it. Oh, here it goes right here. I'm just adding some new material to the library for everyone who has access. We're going to be discussing Guide 4B today, helpful scripts to use for your notary business when you're doing marketing and cold calls and in person and all of it. We're going to discuss that briefly today. Just waiting to see if there's anyone who is going to get on. And then if not, I'm just going to get started. Okay, so I guess no one got the alert that I was going live, so I'm going to get started. So helpful scripts to use. All right. Now, there are a number of different places where a notary will market their services. And most importantly, you want to reach out to people who you know could use your services. Okay. So we're not just calling anybody, we are going to do our research. Most importantly, you want to do a pre call research. So you got to conduct a thorough research of the prospects that you're calling. Okay, so you can't just Google all these different places and then just call them. Okay, you want to click, you want to look up the company, look up the name, look up what they do. Okay, because when you call, you want to make the exchange as personalized as possible, right? All right, so here on page 133, I have a assisted living and nursing home in-person script. Okay, so this is for people who are going door to door and they are speaking to people, offering your services, right? Okay, so the first one says, "Good morning or good afternoon. My name is blank, and I am a notary public. I specialize in providing convenient and reliable notary services to individuals and organizations, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. So today I'm here to introduce my services and discuss how we can assist with your residents' notary needs, right? So first thing you want to do is you want to establish some rapport. All right. You want to start talking about how you know that a lot of their residents need notaries and sometimes they can't leave. Sometimes their family needs to get documents notarized. They come there and they don't know where to look, right? They got to go to Google. They're searching it up. They're calling notaries. Notaries are not answering the phone. The number one thing I tell you guys to do, answer the phone. Notaries are not answering the phone, so it makes it difficult. So your goal is going to be to give them a seamless process for their residents and their families. Okay. Let them know that you're located in the area. You can be the dedicated notary for this facility and that here's your card. They can call you anytime to set up services with you, right? And it's just as easy as that. Okay. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to go in there and you don't want to be the only one talking. Okay. You want to create a dialogue. You want them to be able to talk to you, ask questions. You want it to be many pauses in between what you're saying because you may not even have to go through your whole script. They may have a dozen questions to ask you, and that can be the conversation. And that's a really good conversation, actually. All right. So let's move on to addressing potential questions. All right. They may ask you, okay, well, how will my clients schedule notary services with you? Explain to them how they would do that. How would they get in contact with you? Here's your information. How do we know everything that you can do and things that you won't do? I have a brochure, but for those of you who don't, maybe you could just elaborate a little bit more on that. I think that having a brochure is very, very advantageous because people who are elderly, they need big letters. Okay. So if you give them a business card, it's like, okay, that doesn't really tell a lot. And then you can't really put a whole lot on a business card. It's very small. But a brochure, you can be as detailed and descriptive as you want. Okay. Next, I have marketing to schools. Okay. Now I know what you're saying. A lot of schools have notaries. So what? Doesn't mean that you can't market to them. What if their notary staff is out, vacation, sick, and parents or students or the staff needs a notary? They can reach out to you. I just found out that my son's school, they had a notary there for years, and she actually changed and went to a different school. So they don't have a notary there anymore. So I will be definitely going up there to my son's old school because he's not there anymore and giving him my card. Okay. And it's the same thing. You don't really have to do a whole lot of research with schools because we all know that they have several different documents that need to be notarized. We know that they have the affidavit of residency, they have sports consent forms, trip consent forms. Um, what's another one that I recently did? Um, it's like guardianship, but it's something along the lines of that. But they have documents that need to be notarized, okay? And they give these documents to the parents, and the parents like, oh, great. Now I got to go to UPS or I got to go to my bank, and this is just going to take time out of my day. Instead, they can call you. You can come right up there, and the parent never has to leave the office. Because not only do they have to leave the office to go get a notary done, they got to make time to bring the document back up to the school or trust that their kids will give it back to the person at the school, which we know that is not ideal. Your kids, once that stuff goes into the book bag, it's gone. It's like, in the abyss. So yes, market to the schools, guys, especially your kids' school. Okay. Next, where everybody markets and wants to market, real estate places, companies that facilitate any type of real estate transactions. All right. So you want to meet with them in person. But like I said, do your research. Okay. Do your research. Go in there, let them know you're a notary, you're nearby, express to them that you know their pain points, that you know that they deal with a lot of transactions and a lot of the transactions cannot close without a notary, if at all, and that you want to offer your services. Let them know your availability, let them know how they can reach you, and leave space for them to ask questions. We don't want to be over talking people. Okay. That is a terrible sales tactic to keep talking, thinking that they're just going to say, okay, I'll work with you. No, say a little bit, pause. Say a little bit, pause. All right. And you may not even have to say much more if they're continuously talking. Listen to them and address their concerns so that they know that you're listening. Okay. Now, one other thing is objection. How do you handle objection? Okay. Don't feel disheartened. Okay. When they tell you, yeah, we already have somebody for that. You know, you could always say, and that's great. I would love to be one of the notaries in your rotation for when that service that you're using may not be able to come through. Maybe they're closed or maybe the notaries they work with are unavailable. I would just love to have the opportunity to be a part of your rotation. Okay. And if they still say no, then thank them for taking out the time to speak with you and bid them a good day. Okay. There's nothing wrong with rejection, guys. Do not be afraid to be rejected. Okay. Contractors. All right. Contractors need permits notarized in several different cities and counties in order for them to start working on homes, okay, or businesses or buildings. So you want to offer your services to them, okay, and do your research. Do your research. I cannot stress that enough. I don't want you guys just Googling these businesses and just calling them. Do your research, see what it is they do, because not only do you want to sell to them, you want to let them know that you are aware of what their business, um, what's the word I'm looking for? What their business does and how you can help. Okay. Let's see. All right. Another one I have in here, tattoo and piercing salons. Okay. The minors parents need to have documents notarized. It's just a consent letter saying that they give permission for their child to get a piercing or a tattoo without them being present. Okay. And that should be an easy one. Okay. As far as the research goes, we already know what they do. We already know that sometimes the minors need those letters signed and notarized, and you want to make sure that you can be a convenient solution. Okay. Go travel to the parent, travel to the salon, sign the document with the parent present, and then there you go. Now, another way to do marketing is cold emails. Okay. It does not take away from you doing your research, though. Okay. You want to do your research. And let me tell you, so you can learn from my mistake, you don't want to do bulk emailing. Bulk emailing is so impersonal and it will end up in spam, it will get deleted. People are not going to open it and read it. I had a few people, I'll say out of the, let's just say out of 100 emails I sent off, I think maybe 30% was opened. Hold on just a second. Like 30% of the emails were open. And that wasn't a bad thing, okay? But you do want to, well, you do want to make sure that you give your emails a good enough chance to be open by more than 30%, okay? So you want to introduce yourself, share your experience with them, share that you understand their pain points and that you are a solution. Okay. Above all else, what area do you cover? Think about the questions that they may ask. What area do you cover? What modalities of notary do you do? Do you only do in person because you have an office? Do you only do mobile? Do you only do online? Do you do all three? They kind of want to know that. All right. And that's very important to let them know beforehand. How can they reach you? Okay. Um, what type of payment, do you accept? That's a big one. And let them know that you know what you're doing, by educating them on how it's important for XYZ to be executed properly because XYZ time frame, timeline, lost contracts and so forth. Okay. Vendor events. Okay. And I tell everybody that you should do this. Okay. With my previous business, I was a travel agent and I would plan to attend vendor events at least twice a year. Okay. And the reason being is because you pay out of pocket for space at these events. And sometimes that vendor fee can be anywhere from $25 to $500. So I would plan to at least do it twice a year. If I could get in with one that was very inexpensive or free, then I would do it. But if not, twice a year was what I could allot for my budget. Okay. And you want to have a script available for that. Okay. Because at events, you don't want to just be sitting behind a table. You want to lock in eye contact with people. You want to talk to them. Okay. You want to make sure that you're not sounding like real salesy. Just let them know, hey, I'm a notary public in the area, and I'm here today because I am a public servant to the community, and I know how important it is for you guys to have access to someone who can handle your legal documents at the, snap of a finger. All right. So I just want to offer my service, give you your card. If you have documents you need notarized right now, I can do it right now. Okay. And then you always want to have a call to action. Okay. Whether it's in person, on social media, in your email, call to action. Okay. Are you ready to book an appointment? Do you want me to put you in my book schedule? Don't forget to go to my website and to learn more. Here's my business card. Give me a call when the need arises. Okay. You want to take them to a point where they're ready to perform an action after you've talked to them and educated them about your services. Okay. And learned about them and their needs. Okay. You always want to learn about their needs, their pain points, their experiences, because that will help you to curate what you're offering to them and make sure that what you're offering connects and correlates with what they are experiencing or have experienced or what they're looking for. Okay. Right. And reviews. Okay. I think that's the last one. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, reviews. You want to collect reviews, guys. All right, always ask for the review. I do three. Okay, I ask in three different ways. The first way is when I'm with them, whether I'm in person or online, I let them know I am going to um, send you an email and a text message asking for a review. I would greatly appreciate it because when you leave reviews, it helps other people be able to find me and feel confident in using me for the same service I provided to you today. Okay. And then they'll say, oh, yeah, okay, I'll be on the lookout for it. So, verbal, email, text message, and not in any specific order, but just do all three: verbal, email, text. Okay. If they have not left a review after those three requests, then you shouldn't ask anymore. You just don't want to keep doing it. Okay. Now, I had saw a notary post the other day. They're using this website called getmorereviews.com. I'm gonna type it into the thing here. And I did look it up, not within my budget at this time, but it does look like something that can be very lucrative, I'm not lucrative, beneficial, sorry, not lucrative, beneficial to your business. It requests the email, not the, I hate when I can't talk. It requests reviews for you, and it reminds the person to leave a review for you. It does it by email, it does it by text message, and you don't have to remember to do it. Now, see, for me right now, whenever I send out a review request, I have to remember to do it. And sometimes, if I've seen so many customers for that day or that week, I have to remember to send all of them individually an email and a text. And sometimes it could be a little overwhelming. So, automating the process is super beneficial, just not within my budget at this time. But for those of you who can't afford that, and I think it was just $99 a month. Okay, so it's not too bad. But I'm already using a different service, paying the same amount of money. So I'm gonna have to wait until my contract is done with them, and then maybe I can look into it. But go to getmorereviews.com and check it out and let me know what you think. So my request a review service text example looks like this. Hi, customer's name. It's so and so notary from so and so business. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to thank you for choosing my notary services. It was a pleasure assisting you. If you have a moment, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a review about your experience. Your feedback helps me improve and assist others in choosing reliable notary services. Thank you in advance. Click this link to leave a review. Okay. And include your link, whether it's for Google, um, some of the signing platforms, or Yelp. Now, the caveat with the Yelp is that Yelp doesn't want you asking for reviews, which I think is totally dumb. Okay. Um, they want the customer to find your business on Yelp by themselves and leave a review. So even though I have my Yelp link, they don't want me to send people to my Yelp page using my link. They want me to send people to Yelp. They will have to type in my business name, type in my location where my business name is, where my business is located, and then leave a review like that. So if you're trying to get reviews on Yelp, that is the only way that your reviews are going to stick. I have like, I think 7 reviews on Yelp, and they have 6 hidden because I sent those 6 people to my page with my link and they left a review. So they took down those reviews. Now you can still view them, but you have to go all the way to the bottom of the page to I think it says view hidden posts or hidden reviews or something like that. And then you can see the other reviews. But I have one review that did stick because that person went on Yelp, they typed in my name and my location and then left a review. And that's the only review that they are showing. So you want to be careful with the Yelp if you want your reviews to stick. All right. Let's see. Next, I have an incoming phone call script. Okay. Everybody should have a business phone number. Okay. Whether you're using Google Voice or you have another phone number or phone line that's separate from your personal phone. Hello. Thank you for calling your notary business. This is your name. How may I assist you today? We're not answering the phone. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I'm a notary. Yeah, how can I help you? No, that's not professional at all. Okay. You want to sound professional when you answer the phone, guys. Please don't answer the phone like that. Then, when you answer the phone, you want to gather some information. May I know your name and how you heard about our services? That's super important because you want to know which one of those business pages that you created is working for you. Could you please briefly explain the type of document you need notarized? They're going to tell you. They'll probably tell you before you ask that question, but that's a question that I have in the book. Where are you located and when would you like the notarization to take place? Okay. Then you can get some clarifying details. Um, if they ask, I don't know, I was thinking maybe a week or so. Well, is there a specific date and time you have in mind? Or are you flexible with scheduling? Can I just tell you what I have available and we can schedule it that way? Are there any special requirements or instructions for the notarization? Because sometimes there are. Do you have any questions or concerns about the notarization process? Okay. Now, for most of my customers, I don't have to ask these questions. They kind of answer them without me even asking, but they're in the book for you guys who are unfamiliar or are just starting out. Okay. Missed calls, okay? You may get them. I highly encourage you to answer the phone whenever you hear it ringing because it's your business phone. You should always be answering that phone. Doesn't matter if it's a scam call or a spam call, you still want to answer the phone, okay? Now, if you do miss a call, you want to call them right back, or if you cannot call them right back, send them a text message. The text message can say, apologies for missing your call. I'm currently unavailable to speak on the phone, but I'd be happy to assist you via text. Excuse me. Please let me know if there's anything specific I can help you with right now via text, or if you prefer, I can give you a call back at a convenient time. In your cell phones, you do have a way to save messages. So if I see the call coming through and I know that I can't answer it, you can what is it? Decline with a message, and you click the message and then you choose which message. I have my missed call text saved in my messages, so I can just click message when I see them calling, choose the message I want to send to them, and then it will decline the message and send them that text message right away. I mean, decline the call and send the text message right away. All right. Voicemail greeting. Okay. I know for some of you, it's like, okay, it's my business phone. Your voicemail for your business line is not going to sound like the same voicemail for your personal phone. All right, guys. So here is an example of how a voicemail greeting can sound for your business. Hello, you've reached your notary business. I apologize for not being available to take your call. At the moment, I am either assisting other clients or away from my phone. Your call is important to me, so please leave a detailed message including your name, contact information, and the purpose of your call. I will make it a priority to return your call as soon as possible. Thank you for considering your notary business. I look forward to helping you with your notary needs. Have a wonderful day. All right. You can not use that same script. You can make yours shorter, but you definitely want it to say how sorry you are you missed their call. Their business is very important to you. Please leave the reason for your call in your name and your number, and I will return your call as soon as I am available. There you go. All right. Next, a lot of people don't have this, and you do. If you have a website that people can visit, you want to have a general terms of service. Okay, and that can be at the end of your website, in your footer. You want to have a terms of service that people can click on and look at. Okay, it is a legal document and it will protect you. Okay, in the case somebody complains. So you want to have a terms of service. I have a template in the book. I'm not going to read it, but it's a template in the book. Okay, you also want to have a general privacy policy. So terms of service and privacy policy, those links should be in the footer of your website for um, the public to be able to view. All right. That template is also in the book. And so we are done with guide 4B, guys. So if you have questions, definitely make sure that you leave them in the video comments and I will respond as I see the notifications come through. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. Share the video, subscribe to the channel so that you're not missing me live like you guys missed me today. Okay? If you don't click the bell, you won't be notified that I'm going live or when I have videos scheduled. Tomorrow I'll be going live per usual for our Monday live Q&A. Make sure that you hit the subscribe, share, like button. Please share this because I know that scripts are really hard for people. And I do have a template that I made for you guys. And it's not a template, it's called 9 Cold Calling Tips for 2024. Right? And some of the information is my own, and some of the information I got from cloudtalk.io blog. All right. So I'm going to share the link to that in the video description so that you can click it and you can download it. And it's not a script. It just gives you some cold calling tips that you definitely want to follow when you're out here making cold calls and trying to get business. All right, guys? So, as always, thank you all so much for being a part of the Notary Education Group. I am Burjo, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, and you do the same. All right? Bye, guys.